Good morning, brothers and sisters. Have you shouted for joy yet? Our reason for shouting for joy has never changed, no matter in what circumstances. I can say we shall shout for joy in every day of our life, even until eternity. For example, the Lord has risen. The Lord has united with us, and we have the closest relationship with Him. The Lord has changed our life a lot, and we have greatly blessed by Him. Brothers and sisters, rightly we shall shout for joy. What I have said just now is not the emotive words, but our spirit surely has been closed with God, and our spirit can enter into the worshipping every day. I believe our spirit are drawn by the Lord and shall enjoy Him daily. We can enter into the worshipping, can enjoy Him for sure. Have you ever been attracted by God in the past? Was it a great enjoyment? Did you overcome the world easily? Worshipping is the fellowship of love with God, attracted by His love. Then we can experience Him every day. Brothers and sisters, no matter you're just awake or you're doing something else, I hope you can quiet your heart, focus on the Lord Himself. He is loving you deeply. Respond to Him according to the feeling in your heart. You can shout for joy through the hymn that you are listening or the hymn that you are singing. Worship the Lord or worship the Father according to the content in the hymn. Have the loving fellowship with Him. Then we are drawn by His love to worship Him, to enjoy and experience Him deeply. May the Lord bless us. Brothers and sisters, the verses I'd like to share with you is in Psalms 62, verse 1. And it said, "For God alone my soul waits in silence. From Him comes my salvation." In Psalm 62, have mentioned twice, "For God alone my soul waits in silence." Obviously, this is the theme of the whole psalm. It is not easy for the soul to be silenced. It is not only the practice and the strong faith to God is needed. David has encountered a big difficulty. The people were opposing him and wanted to overturn him. Saul even tries to kill him. David forced to flee and used it to hide in a cave. He called God as his rock and fortress. He chose to be silent when he was tired or in difficulties. David didn't complain nor take revenge. He was silent, for he was strengthened by God. He could wait for God alone. As we know, God has His timetable in His work. He has His own plan. Therefore, for those believers shall wait for God, wait for the work of God, trusting God with faith and with patience, knowing God shall save us for sure. Our soul shall wait in silence, without any doubts, not irritable, not agitated. This is an important lesson to learn for the Christians. Waiting for God may take not just few minutes or even hours. It requires long-lasting patience and long waiting. God's timing is the best. He won't be too fast or too slow. Therefore, we shouldn't be anxious when the clouds are dark, not to grumble or moaning and groaning. We shall wait, and God shall reach out His hand for us. What hinders our waiting is our concept of timing. We might think waiting is a waste of time. We might think we need to use up 24 hours are the most effective, and it is the best investment. But what I want to say is the best investment is to invest your time in God. The things that we do, the things that we think, or the changes in our life. For example, changing jobs, even moving house, or even the big step in your life. Brothers and sisters, God will let us. We can commit these matters to God to wait for His guidance. God is more than happy to devote in your life. He likes to partake in your life. I hope we can learn to wait for God. I'd like to tell you a story. One day, Grandpa and his grandson were walking on the road. Grandpa felt thirsty in the middle of the day. Then he talked to his grandson. "We just went past the river. Could you get some water for me to drink?" Then the grandson went to draw the water with a bottle. The river was not far off. He could easily find it. But someone has just walked across the river and made the water too muddy to drink. The little one went back to tell the grandpa. "Grandpa, the water is too muddy, for someone has walked across the river. Shall we walk further to find another river? It may take us another 2 hours. There may be another river for some clean water." Grandpa answered, "But that river is the closest, and I'm very thirsty. It's too far away to walk for 2 more hours." The grandson was so unhappy. He went again with the bottle. He was thinking, "I have just been, and the water are too muddy. But Grandpa still asked me to go, and it is wasting my time." Then he talked to Grandpa. "The water is too dirty, and I don't want to go in vain. Grandpa, how about we walk further?" Grandpa didn't reply and said, "Patience is required for doing all things. Wait for a while, then you know your waiting is not in vain. Go to the river and get some water." The grandson felt helpless and went to the river again. He saw the water in the river is so clear and clean. The muddy water was gone. That's right. The mud in the water takes time for sedimentation. Then the water becomes clear again. Brothers and sisters, we need to be patient too, waiting for God to do His work. The will of God make known to us more while we're waiting. Therefore, it is not wasting of time, but saving our time instead. I hope we can be a person who wait for God alone with patience. May the Lord lead us every step in your life. May the Lord bless us.